Alright, a short while ago I posted a video called My Twitter War with Andrew Zimmern, and it was sort of a joke because I didn't actually have a Twitter war with Andrew Zimmern. I just had a relatively polite exchange on the issue of politics and how Twitter feeds that are politically oriented are divisive and not unifying. Bottom line of the video is that I had an idea of something called #Foodvine, where everybody would make a short video of Vine, 7 to whatever seconds long, explaining what their favorite food is and why. Instead of dividing the world through political tweets, we would try to unify them by bringing out and celebrating the one international unifier among humanity, food. This is the project. This is the mission which you are all invited to accept should you choose to. #Foodvine. In a 7-second video, tell me what your favorite food is and why. If you want to say what your name is and where you're from, all the better, but not required. Call out your friends, offer them the challenge, get this going. Food is the unifying force of humanity. Andrew Zimmern, I'm starting with you. Sorry, I'm gonna start with myself. My favorite food, steak, because it reminds me of summer as a child. Andrew Zimmern, on to you. Peace out. Now, I am good at a great many things, but I am very bad at self-promotion, and I am very bad at following through with one idea because another one comes up and pushes the old one out of my head, and then I move on to something new. I've gotten a few videos in, and they are great. I'm gonna make the montage at the end of this video, but I'm making this follow-up video. To cook something new and to show you how it's done, Cherrystone clams, and I'm gonna show you how to do it from beginning to end because it's actually a totally fascinating process. Check this out. Cherrystone clams, oysters, scallops are what we call bivalve mollusks. It means not that they have two valves, but that they have two sides of a shell that are hinged on a little ligament. I don't know what the alternative is, if it's monovalve or whatever, but you have things like snails, which are single-shelled, and you have bivalve mollusks, which are two sides of the shell. Now, unless the clams have already been purged, which means that they've already been cleaned, you want to purge them before cooking them, because these things, by the way, are alive. I never knew this until getting them. They're alive right now, and they're filled with seawater. Listen to this. They are heavy and they are filled with liquid that would allow the clam to stay alive for days, weeks sometimes. When you buy the clams, you want to make sure that they're heavy, which means that they are filled with seawater so that it can stay alive. Heavy and just mass. They have mass to them. So, interesting fact, they're alive right now. You need to purge them in order to get the sand out, so you basically get them to sort of open up, stick their tongues out, and spit out the sand that they have inside before you cook with them, because you don't want sand in your food. So, you take some salt. That's way too much salt. Put it in a liter of water or whatever, and then you soak the clams in the water for 2, 3, 4 hours. Now, look how clear this water is, and you're gonna see how dirty the water is gonna be after the clams have been purged. Place them in. You wanna stick that in the fridge during the purging process. Son of a gun. During the purging process. Just a little tip also, when you're buying the clams, you want to make sure to get closed clams, and you want to make sure to get heavy clams. An open, light clam is a dead clam. You may notice the smell, but general tip, and this is all coming from the guy at the fish store, heavy, closed clams mean that they're alive and healthy. While these purge, I'm going to go purge myself on the treadmill. We'll be right back. Unfortunately, they didn't stick their tongues out. The first time I did this, they stuck their tongues out. You see how dirty the water is? Okay, you want to rub, look at that. Yeah, you want to rub off the grit so that when you boil it in the juice. Okay, look at that. Look at that dirt. Here, you want to hold this?
No.
Okay. This is the basic recipe. It's very easy. Butter. Oh yeah. Lots of butter. Lots of butter. A little bit of wine. Good. And clams. Bring them. Boom. Now look. Put the lid down, but keep recording so we can see the moment they open it. That's fine. Okay, throw in some garlic. Okay, this goes on. Seal it in. Hold on, we need some spice. Little dill. Chili pepper, we'll keep it whole just so that it'll be easier to remove. You want to see? Come, up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. That looks beautiful. I need to get a picture of that. It smells delicious. They are starting to open. Okay, so hold on, now we do this. Yeah, 1 second, dude. Flipping them over. Boom. Oh, that's so cool. The shells got stained red from the red wine. And I'm putting the pasta in. Where's the pasta from? The pasta comes from Lufa. Lufa does like this organic, locally grown stuff. Okay, let's close that up now and let it absorb the flavors. We're missing pepper. Salt. We're missing salt. No, we're not missing salt. That was soaked in salt water. Everything coming out of that clam is going to be salt water. Let it stir around. Do we need more pasta? Have we got more pasta? All right, now this is how you know that they have opened. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful work. This is a thing of beauty. Oh yeah, and we have this. What? This fish recipe you will get in a separate video. Oh yeah, this is burning! Okay, here we go. Clam, delicious. Break it apart. That's delicious, but my favorite food is still steak on a barbecue because it reminds me of my childhood in summer. And that's the truth.
Hey guys, this is Butters from Butters Outdoor Adventures. My favorite food is manicotti.
Micah Nichols, Arkansas, USA. NichFam TV here. I love Chicago-style pizza. Why? Because you get to eat with someone, you get to share it with someone, and you never have to eat alone. And it's always about having fun, bringing people together with your meal. Love people, live free, and laugh more.
Hi, this is lawyer Ian Corzine for Heart of the Matter. Watermelon. Cause it's juicy.
Hello, my name is Ashley Murphy, and my favorite food is eggplant parmesan.
It's a little bit naughty, but my absolute favourite food to have is fish and chips. Over in the UK, it's a staple diet for most people. Battered chips, battered fish, a little bit of curry sauce. Ooh, you can't go wrong.
Viva Frei, my favorite food is anything from Taco Bell. Anything at all. Being out here in Australia, I miss it so much, so every time I go to America, first thing I do is stop at Taco Bell. Last thing I do is stop at Taco Bell.